Hello friends, I'm the Evangelion expert and welcome back to DragonBlock C Minecraft. And in the last episode, I know I was in the other world, but I decided to go through there just the other day and just go through there, and basically I wanted to explore underneath it in HFIL, so I did a little exploring there, and then I went to see King Kai and flew back. The only reason I didn't dedicate a whole video to that is because when I do go back there, I will be going back there to go get the God transformation from King Kai. That is my goal. But for now, what I did go get from him, which I will show you right now, and as you can see I did upgrade my stats a tad bit, is I went and I got the Kaioken, and for my key skills, let me just go over, I got the Spirit Bomb. Now, I went and grabbed those, so pretty much we're good. Don't need anything else, but also in my last episode, I was looking for diamond so I can make a portal to the end. Now, I couldn't find diamond in my, world yet. I know it's there, it's just I haven't stumbled across it. So, like an idiot, yesterday, I remembered one very, very important thing that I could have done to make my life a tad bit easier. I decided to do the bucket method, so I now have a portal to the end. Now, when I realized that I could have done it the bucket method, I felt like a complete idiot. But that also means now we can go to the end, which also means I'm gonna blow up a fucking ghast with the Spirit Bomb. So, without further ado, I'm going to raise my key to 15%, because we're going to go in here. And when we get in there, I'm going to... Actually, no, I'll explain what the goal is while we're going in. So I have a few things I need to get. I need to find some blazes, so I can get the blaze rods, so I can get the dust, so I can make the Eyes of Ender, I think that's what it is. After that, I'm gonna get some glowstone so I can just have a prettier looking house. And of course, hit a ghast with the Spirit Bomb. Now, I see we got some... Well, actually, we're right above a stronghold. Cool. So, first things first, I'm gonna go look for a... Well, I found the glowstone, but it's right above the lava. Good thing I can fly. I'm just gonna go up to this one and grab it. I'm gonna grab glowstone first, then I'm gonna go to that fortress, and then we're going to tear the ever-living shit out of the Nether. Which also means we're probably gonna pick a fight with all the pigmen here. But this stuff will come in handy, because that way we can make our house look a little bit prettier. Because eventually I plan on expanding it a tad bit, so then I can make a... Whoop, good thing I can fly. I like that. I love that I have the ability to fly. So pretty much, if I'm falling, I just hit F and then stop. And then, definitely what I will do in the meantime, after, the episode, I will definitely have to do some collecting outside of it. So we got the glowstone. Let's go to the stronghold, because the blaze is what we need. And, well, not much of a stronghold. There's a wither skeleton. And you are nothing to me. I don't like that sound. So I don't see any blazes. I see more wither skeletons. Oh, there's a ghast. And you're dead. Also, that probably means I need to fight the wither boss. And kill him. Hit him with this bomb. Oh, there's some blazes. Ow, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fire means nothing to me. But you have something I want. There we go. Key blast. Oh, I'm coming up there, guys. You can't stop me. Put these out, these fires. Ow. Give me your rods. Oh, that's... I just realized what I just shouted. Gonna collect a few of them. Honestly, this could be a very short episode. This could be a 5-minute episode of just blowing up the nether. Maybe we collect... I got 2, so maybe we'll collect 5 or 6 of them. Then that's just to hunt down and get the and eyes of enemies. Not that hard. You can't. Nope, don't want to do that. I just end up blowing up the spawner. Ow, ow, I'm on fire. But it wasn't enough to kill me, so I win. So that gives me a few more. Ooh, there's more down there. Those fools. Charging up another key blast. On fire! I should have brought. Did I bring torches? Nope. No, let's see. I don't remember. Is there ever a chest or anything here? There's lava. Let me go this way. Go back to the portal. Because we have 4. If we can get 2 more, because how many does 1 give me? That's the question. Oh, 2. So that'll give me 12. So if I have to get more, then I'll come back. I just won't nuke the spawner. Not yet, at least. I will nuke it eventually. That'll be the end game. Come in as a Super Saiyan God and just destroy this. Oh. You guys don't have something that's valuable around you. So you're gonna get a piece of this. Oh, I just pissed off the pig man. Oh, you guys want to fight? Okay, I'll get on your level. Let's go! All of you fight! I'll beat you with the flesh. Ah, tiny pig man. You're useless to me. Ooh, gold nugget. Those are actually not useless to me. I gotta make, there's something that's, I do need to do just because it's something I tend to do very often. Like, when I started doing Minecraft Let's Plays, I did it, based off what, Achievement Hunter did, like the Tower of Pimps, that sort of thing. And I want to go back and do that. I want to make a Tower of Pimps again. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I think one of those things I'll do is I'll definitely make a Tower of Pimps. Only reason why is, why not? It just seems like there's something missing from just the way I used to do things. And even then, the way I did things weren't exactly perfect because I never really took anything too serious. And even when I tried, it wasn't always natural. It just... Oh, there's more of it. Have fun with this, buddies. Yeah. Yep. What? Time I said gives us 7. I think that's good for now. 7? Now we get to do the fun part. We're gonna find a ghast. Or actually, better yet, we got a line of them right there. And now
I call upon the trees and the water, the sun, the moon and the stars, the plants and the animals, all living things. Let me share your power.
just blew them the fuck up. Hear the gas behind me. I figured it's time, my friend. But first, more pigmen that need to die. And this magma jelly. Come. Face your death. And your death. And your... Everyone's dead. Power up some more. No mercy! Let us go! Boom! Come fight me! You lose! I'm just too powerful. In any normal game, I'd be overwhelmed and just beaten to death by them. But nope. With the when you have the powers that I have, you're not afraid of anything anymore. You're not afraid of walking into a place that's just hell on earth. Because whereas this is indeed hell on earth, I can blow up hell. Because I have the one move they're not expecting. Cause see, well the gas, you want, I wonder if I can punch this back. Aha, I can! Ha, you fool!
I call upon the trees and the water, the sun, the moon, and the stars.
Fuck you! And he's dead. I incinerated him. Oh, I'm not done killing you all. You guys got invaded by a Super Saiyan, even though I'm not in my Super Saiyan form. Yes. I will power up into my Super Saiyan form eventually. Oh, that reminds me. Should I? I mean, I know I haven't upgraded my Super Saiyan form. But I think we should. Just for this episode, we'll upgrade it. So I wonder if that will push me to the next level. Let's see. Let's start the ascension. So that's Super Saiyan. There's Super Saiyan. Oh, I'm buff. I'm buff. I'm buff. I think I'm in. I should be in. Yep, Super Saiyan Grade 3. That's what Super Saiyan form I'm in. Eventually, I think number 4 unlocks Super Saiyan 2. I believe. Wham! Also, that means my Spirit Bomb is just gonna be fucking uber powerful. Even my burning attack. It's like just the amount of damage. Like that's the one good thing about this mod. Yeah, I mean the explosion wasn't as grand, but you know, just being it was like when you go Super Saiyan, you actually get, you know, a good boost in ki. I mean, now what I really need to do is I need to try out the other races. Like they have one where you can play as Frieza's race, a Namekian human, and a half Saiyan. I just pick a Saiyan because, you know, Dragon Ball Z. Because, you know, as a kid, let's all be honest, you know, there was a lot of things when you watched Dragon Ball Z you wanted to do. It's like, I wanted to have the ability to shoot a Kamehameha. But I also wanted the ability to turn Super Saiyan. And this mod gives me the ability to turn Super Saiyan, which is why I love this mod so much. It's like, it's everything a Dragon Ball Z fan, or even just a normal fan of Dragon Ball would love. It's like, it has what you want. It's just gives you, it gives you everything, you know, that, you know, a normal developer has yet to think of. Like, just an open world style game where you can explore the Dragon World. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. We know what we must do. And now, I wonder what happens when I do this.
I call upon the trees and the water, the
Do a
sun,
Super Saiyan,
the moon
do
and the
a Super
stars,
Spirit Bomb.
the plants and the animals, all living things. Let me share your power.
Okay. What? No, I didn't get rid of all of them. Got rid of 90% of them. And we'll just send this one in. Thing is, I'm not even, like, using, like, my max. Like, when I hit R and I use to, you know, raise my power and I increase my speed and my attack, that's when I'm at, like, my strongest. Without, you know, raising all the way. This motherfucker. I can play this game too. Oh, there's two of them. Feel my key blast. Where's this other motherfucker? Your mistake was fighting a fight with a Super Saiyan. You dumb being. And I shall send. Wow. I love how overpowered I am. Hello, Mr. Pigman. Goodbye, Mr. Pigman. I love the feeling of just being overpowered. It's all I want in a drag. See, I think I might have mentioned this in my last, you know, in one of my videos where I mentioned that one of my things I desperately want from my Dragon Ball or any video game, is especially a Dragon Ball game, I want the progression to where I just become the baddest motherfucker on the planet, like the only thing that could stop. You know, it would be like what would happen when you what is it? When fans make, you know, their own stories, they always make a character that can go Super Saiyan 3, you know, Ultra Instinct or something like that. That's one of those things that I really want in a game. I just want the ridiculous factor. And that's kind of the thing I think a lot of developers in video games don't do. They don't give you the ridiculous factor. And I miss that. I just love just being able to goof off. And like, yes, I want to take a game seriously, but I want to have fun. And when you add that fun element, like just being able to fly around the world, I'm not saying, of course, yes, the game has to be true to the Dragon. Like if they were gonna make a true open world game, yes, I think you would need you need to have a morality system, because not everyone wants to play as a good guy. You know, you want to be that person who sides with Goku Black or Zamasu, and and destroy all mortals. It's like, there's a person out there that's gonna want that in a video game. So just having that choice, but then putting it in Dragon Ball Z, it allows for a little bit more than what they do in video games these days. Because a lot of times in the Dragon Ball games, they don't add a lot of actual new things, and if they do add anything new, it's hidden behind the shell, while like they're trying to distract you from the fact that you know this story. Like, the one problem with Xenoverse is it's constant retreading of the story. It's the story of you go through the story of Dragon Ball. Yes, there's a spin on it, but it's still you still go through Goku's story. Having to write. Sure, you're going through and writing history, making sure history goes off without a hitch. But after a while, it just gets boring. You want originality. I think that's why like the manga for Dragon Ball Super is doing so well now. It's because it's doing something original, and it's not just solely focused on the anime. So I think that's one of the things that really killed, the manga in the beginning, was it was retreading the anime. And where, yes, it changed some things, like Goku pretty much learned Ultra Instinct from Master Roshi. It wasn't the perfect, it wasn't perfect, because I think, yes, they rushed it, and they didn't give it time to settle. Like, now they're sitting on Dragon Ball, and it's weird. It's like, I understand that maybe they're just waiting for the manga to get to a certain point where they can go, okay, the manga is at point A, so I think that gives us a good enough time to, at least start making. And maybe they're making it. Maybe Dragon Ball's in production. The next Dragon Ball Super either movie or even anime is in production. Like, I would like either or. Like, I would like an anime and I would like a movie. Like, I want to see where Broly's story goes. I want to see where an anime goes. Like, I have a feeling, like, the one thing I don't want them to do, I don't want them to retread Broly. Is like, I want them to just go right into making the new content, not retreading something we've already seen. Like, we don't, because you're not going to get any better than what we saw. Like, we saw, the fight. You can't, improve what we saw. If anything, the one thing that proves they screwed it up in some aspects. They screwed up the way, the fights were done. Like, Beerus versus Goku in the movie was, exactly what you wanted. Especially towards the end when Hero plays. And, it's Goku and, Beerus just going at it. That, just that little touch gave you everything you needed to make a good movie. And the one thing they have consistently failed to do is realize that you can make a good movie, or a good anime series, but you can't pull the same tricks, and if you're going to, you gotta improve. Like, the one thing they can't be doing is doing Dragon Ball Super and then just retreading the same story. Like, you can't retread Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, because no matter what you do, you're not going to match the animation, the hype. Like, the one thing that's good at... What the fuck you doing out there? Now get off my front lawn, bitch. The one thing that made Dragon Ball, Super Broly so great was just... It was how well they did, the animation, the fight, like, everything mixed up really well, and I don't think you could match that in anime form. Like, when you're doing episode by episode, like, just like one episode would be, like, the length of one episode would be the length of, like, the final fight between Gogeta and Broly. It's like, that was almost, like, just that little section was more than, than I think any, like, it's like, it tops anything that Dragon Ball Super did. And I mean, and I love Dragon Ball Super. Me and the wife actually just finished watching the dub for Dragon Ball Super because, of course, me, I grew up on the dub, so when it came out on dub, of course I was going to watch it. Yes, the funny thing is, I actually was one of those people who hated, the Japanese dub. But after having to watch Dragon Ball Super as it came out, it gave me a new love for the Japanese crew, the Japanese cast. And I was just like, you know what? I could watch either or now. It's like, they are both... It's just both, A, because I'm getting Dragon Ball content again. I did, it made me realize that, like, yes, even as a fan, I can complain all I want about, like, the dub or the sub. And, like, the one thing I just realized, like, as long as they match, is like, this is the thing, you have to get the characterization right in your voice. And I think in the dub, Sean does Goku justice. But also in Japanese, the Japanese voice actress whose name I can't remember, and I wish I could remember off the top of my head, but because it's not the one I grew up on, she's amazing, especially with how old she is. Like, I couldn't believe just how good she was. I mean, when she had to play Goku serious, you felt Goku was serious, but she was able to do something I think Sean doesn't do well with Goku, and that's bring Goku's childlike nature to the surface. And that was the one thing the Japanese does very well. It's like, even though I will say I think they're tied for me personally on who's better at doing Jiren, because both Jirens, like Patrick Sykes as Jiren, oh my god. I spent most of that fight just listening to the voices and picking out when you heard Dio and when you heard Endeavor, because you could hear them in the voice, and I go, oh, this is how he's gonna do this moment in, you know, My Hero Academia, as Endeavor. It's like you can hear it in his voice, and it's like it's such a perfect voice because I think he knows he brings out Jiren's like anger. Like when Jiren's pissed, you legitimately feel anger from that voice actor, you know, Patrick's voice actor. But at least, you know, in the manga, it's the same. It's like, or in the anime and the Japanese dub, it's the same thing. Like both of them, it's like, except for in the Japanese dub, what made the Japanese dub so good was that you did the way the voice actor for Jiren did. Like Jiren's like panic to try and win, especially when he fought, you know, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku for the first time. Like that desperation, and then just like the pain he was in. That was just like, that was grade A. Just there was no complaints when it came to that. The way he delivered his lines, the way he just delivered simple grunts, and you know, just getting whacked. It's like he was perfect. There was no doubt about that. He was perfect all the way through, just as a character that, you know, yeah, Jiren is one flawed motherfucker, but the one thing about Jiren I like is that his motive, you know, yes, we don't know why Jiren wants the Super Dragon Balls. It could be to revive his master, or it could just be he wants him to do something totally different, because we don't know what his motives are. But that's the thing that doesn't bother me about Jiren. Like, Jiren doesn't bother me because at the end of the day, Jiren just comes off as he's the loner, but it's kind of like they wanted to do Batman mixed with Superman. Yes, they didn't nail it. Like, Jiren's not a perfect character, and I understand. I can totally see why people, you know, don't like him. But I just love, like, Jiren, just like his imposing nature, just like when he sized up, when him and Goku sized up for the first time, and it's just those two staring at each other. It's like you felt like, okay, it's like, especially when you watch like the openers, like oh, they're gonna fight and they're gonna be even, you know. You didn't think that Jiren was just going to wreck him. And even when Goku went Ultra Instinct, it still wasn't like enough to like tip the scales in Goku's favor. Yes, Goku, when he got pissed off, yeah, he managed to win, you know, win the fight in quotation marks, but still wasn't enough to put Jiren down for good. You know, Jiren was still able to get back up to his feet and continue fighting. And it's like, just to have like that, it's like, I want that feeling. Like, I want to feel like Goku felt when he fought Jiren, and, you know, just like when him and Frieza won, just that sigh of relief. Oh God, we won. Oh, thank God. And then just remember you have to revive Frieza. And oh shit, yeah, that's right. I gotta revive this jackass. Who's gonna just go back to his evil ways and destroy the universe? I need a swig of Mountain Dew. No sponsor, because I only have 12 subscribers. Ooh, I should. So it's like one of the things I want to do. I want to do a video on who would win in a fight between Broly and, like, full power Broly, so green hair Broly from the movie, and Ultra Instinct Goku, and see what. And it's like I want to just do a whole video of just, you know, just thinking of who would win that fight. Because in my mind, I have to give it to Goku. Only reason why, because I don't believe like Broly's more powerful than Jiren. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, what do you mean? It's like, he's not more powerful than Jiren. It's like, sure. It's like, Broly tanked 2 Super Saiyan Blues, but so did Broly. Broly tanked those bitches like, it was, you know, so did Jiren, you know. It's like, Jiren, it didn't faze him. It's like, Super Saiyan Blue was nothing to him. So, that's why I'm just thinking, like, if if we say that Broly is on Jiren's level, it's like, especially with how it's like, but the only thing with Broly is if you look at the fight between him and Goku go from being, able to, in the beginning it's Goku and him fight, and Broly's pretty much winning until Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, and if Paragus didn't get killed by Frieza, I think Broly would have been knocked out because Goku was a hell of a lot stronger than he was. Goku, it's like, even though they kind of look like they were even, but something tells me that no, because Goku still had, and I was like, that's the one thing that's weird, that Goku never pulled out like the Kaioken, but I guess it kind of makes sense because Goku probably knew it wouldn't make a difference, and I think that's one of the most amazing things that that movie was that Goku actually was smart, like very smart about the way he handled Broly. It wasn't like he didn't sit there and try and test the water and see if let's see if I can take Broly down this way. Let's try Kaioken. When he figured out, when him and Vegeta knew they weren't gonna win that fight, they just fucking booked it. I was like, Goku was like, okay, we need to get out of here. We need to regroup and just rethink about how we're gonna approach Broly. He's like, we're not gonna be able to win. And then of course they fused, and Gogeta beat the bitch back into Broly. That's the only way I can describe it. I mean, it was both. It was one hell of a beating. I was like, I've never seen. It's like that's the thing with Broly. Like the original Broly was just was this powerhouse that was just unrivaled. Like even every time he showed up, no matter where he was or who he was facing, he was unrivaled in his power. But when Gogeta goes Super Saiyan Blue, Gogeta just rips him a new ass. And that's the most amazing thing about that fight. Is it's Broly got the shit kicked out of him. Now, that does beg the question, could Gogeta do the same to Jiren? And that's where I go, okay, I think one thing that was in Gogeta's favor, Broly's not a very technical fighter. Broly's strong, yes, but there's no skill behind the fight. And yes, he can adapt to certain things, able to adapt to the God Bind and then reverse it. But I don't think that was just he's just gonna whip out the God Bind again. And especially the way he's attacking. The way he's attacking is not very. There's no concentration, no focus. He's just when he's trying to hit Gogeta, he's just throwing attacks out there, just hoping one of them hits, just so he would stop getting beaten to death. So when it comes to him against Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, I kind of believe that you can't Goku has the edge because he's not facing a guy who's equal the skill as him. Jiren was equal to skill, and that was the thing I think a lot of people need to realize. And you think, Broly just will raffle stomp Jiren. It's I don't think that would actually happen because Jiren has a hell of a lot more skill than Broly does. Not only that, I don't think the fight would go on that long enough for Broly to go full power because Jiren doesn't fuck around. If Jiren thinks you're a threat, he's eliminating you then and there. I mean, hell, look at the way he threw Kale around. Yes, Kale's not of the perfect example because both of them Broly's transformation is not the same as Kale's. Yes, they're very similar in their appearance, but Kale's berserker form is not the same as the form we saw Broly in. And maybe it could be in the future, when Kale's experienced and actually could use the thing with Broly is Broly had a hell of a lot more experience fighting, and a lot more time to grow his power. Yes, he spent a lot of that time with it restrained, and I think that actually helped keep it from allow it to build up so fast, because once he got started, Broly didn't stop. Like, you had to have, like, the control device in order to stop him. Back, bitch. And if you didn't have that control device, you couldn't stop Broly. Broly would be unstoppable. And for Kale doesn't have that, and I think she could have, especially because she can actually control, but that control doesn't equal much. I mean, she was able to fight God Goku without too much of a problem. It was just like the skill that kind of got in the way. Was Goku is a skilled fighter, and that's what won him today when he fought them 2-on-1, was he was a skilled fighter. And then when she fused, it was just Kale got that one shot. Like, that's all it takes. It's one shot, especially because they were very much even when Kale was Super Saiyan 2. So when it comes to Ultra Instinct versus Broly, it's not like I think it's gonna be like, if I had to take a guess, if Goku decided, like, okay, I'm just going to go into, he's like, we weren't gonna leave, and they got beaten down. Maybe we would have saw Blue Evolution come out, Kaioken, and they would have tried that. And then Goku would have ascended into Ultra Instinct. Now, that's when it's like, okay, then it would have been like, I think it would have played out much like the way Gogeta versus Broly played out, where it was just, it starts out even. Like, I could see it starting out with Omen versus Super Saiyan, like Ultra Instinct Omen when he has the black hair, versus Super Saiyan Broly, and then they collide, the explosion, the dimension shattering, and then when Broly powers up, Goku goes into Mastered Ultra Instinct, and it plays out the same way, because I don't think there's any way that Broly could actually hit Ultra Instinct Goku, because he doesn't have the skill. He might have the power, but he has no way in hell does he have the skill to keep up with just the pure speed that Goku has. Like, Jiren had it, so that's why I say, like, it's a toss-up. It's like, that's why I'm like, I debate it. It's one of those things I fall asleep to. It's like, okay, well, at least who would win? It's like, and it's just that debate, because Broly's no slouch. And Broly was able to fight as Super Saiyan against 2 Super Saiyan Blues and 2 experienced fighters. Yes, I think the one thing that he had in his edge was Goku and Vegeta couldn't hit him hard enough to stun him. They weren't able to actually do enough damage to make him feel pain. That was the one thing Gogeta could do. Gogeta, it just took one shot and you're feeling pain. What the hell is all these? What's this? This is a group of skeletons. That is... needs to get off my front lawn. That skeleton's like, oh shit! I have gifts for you.
I call upon the trees and the water, the sun, the moon and the stars, the plants and the animals.
I think when I move away from it, just goes, oh god. They all came running to that and caught it in the face. Oh man. I will say I want to do like Dragon Ball discussion videos. This is because I love Dragon Ball Z, and yes, I know I'm the Evangelion expert, which means I have to do a video just on Evangelion, because it's kind of, it's what my channel is named after, and I don't talk about Evangelion a lot. But I will definitely have to do a video on both Dragon Ball Z and that. Only reason why is because Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I watched. Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion, is the anime that inspired me to draw. And I drew Evangelion. I would pause the TV and just draw scenes from it, and that was my way of practice. I printed out like a whole bunch of pictures, because when I was like a teenager, and I was first watching it when it aired on Toonami, like I ended up developing one hell of a crush on Asuka for some odd reason. Like, seriously, it was one of those things, like, if there was a character I would want to have as a girlfriend, even though that's a terrible choice, because not only do you have to deal with like the mental problems that she's going through, she's not exactly nice. That's the thing with Asuka. It's like if you're choosing Asuka, like at least with Rey, one thing you have to deal with Rey's just emotionless, and you have to, and you won't get. I don't think you'll get as much satisfaction with Rey as you will with Asuka, but at the same time, you'll probably feel a little bit happier because at least Rey won't abuse you. Asuka, on the other hand, you'll say hi and she'll call you a fucking idiot. But then again, that's why I loved her. Like, it's that hot-headed nature that I ended up loving so much. And that was the thing with Evangelion, is like, just to find any, sort of joy from that show, especially at the end, was just, oh my god, that show. I have to do a video on that show, because that show is like, the original show means so much to me. To this day, it might be the only anime that I actually owned on DVD. I got the Platinum Collection of Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's the only anime I ever owned on DVD. And that's not a lie. It was the only anime I own. Even, it's like, I have anime movies, of course. I have Dragon Ball Super Broly, and I also have the rebuild of Evangelion 1 and 2. I have to get 3. But I'm waiting for 4 to come out, because I think it's like Evangelion's that series that just, it fills me with so much. It makes me question so much because it's such a smart series. But I fell in love with it after being deceived by, deceived by the trailer for Evangelion, which is something, I don't know if anybody's ever seen like the Adult Swim trailer to Evangelion, but it's the most deceitful thing ever. I mean, it is literally nothing like the show is. And that was the thing that, that was what got me to watch it. It was that trailer, because I was like, oh, this is going to be epic. You have, like, I thought, and this is not why, I thought it was kind of like an Ultraman style series, because I was just a kid. I've never heard of the show, but what I didn't know was what the show was. And when I finally got a chance to sit down and watch it and actually see what it was, I was like, I thought it was just going to be a dumb action show, but god damn, you have to legitimately sit down and, prep yourself. Especially for, like, when I saw the end of Evangelion, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this show has fucking issues. I mean, okay, yes, it's not the most fucked up show that's come out in the past, since then. I mean, there's shows that just, make it, it can be unwatchable with how depressing they can get. But just like Evangelion was the show, like the end of Evangelion was the one that just made me go, well, fuck. There is no happiness in this kid's world. Like, Shinji, like, they did a good job of making you feel bad for Shinji. That was the thing about that show. It's like, by the end of that show, you felt bad for him. Oh, that's how I do that. Okay. Wee, 16. Like, Shinji, I felt so bad for him. It's like, all that kid wanted was fucking attention from everyone around him. That's all he ever wanted. He wanted the love, he just wanted to feel needed in the world. And that's like the one thing about Shinji that I could I related to, was Shinji's constant yearning to have something, some need, some just like, this is what I want to do in the world, and I want people to actually accept me for it. And it's like, that was the thing that, made me go, oh, no, what, Shinji, yes, Shinji's not the best character in anime, but at least, it's like, he's not the worst. He's not terrible. He's definitely the character I go, if there's a character I can give a pass for dumb decisions, it's him. Because he's a fucking kid, and that was the thing that show did so fucking well. It's like, you understood, like, this is a kid being forced to play the role of savior to fucking mankind. Just that idea. Just this kid doesn't get to have a normal childhood. He doesn't get, it's like the friends he has, mistreat him. Like, Asuka's a royal bitch to him. Even though it's like, it's the question, is she actually secretly in love with him? It's like, okay, Rei, I totally believe. She's totally head over heels for him. It's just, it's kind of obvious the way she acts around him. It's like, I think she legitimately loves him a hell of a lot more than she loves, Gendo by the end of the series. Like, because where Shinji, like Gendo treated Rei as obviously you're the it's like, okay, spoilers for Evangelion. Rei is a clone of Shinji's mom, and he's like, that's all. It's like, that's all. Like, Gendo pretty much, she was there to take that placeholder. Like, you are Yui Akari. You're just filling that void that I lost. Because he lost Yui to an experiment. The soul of Yui is inside Ava Unit 1. And that's why when Ava Unit 1 gets heavily damaged and Shinji's in danger, it goes berserk to protect its pilot. Except for in the rebuild of Evangelion in Movie 2. In Movie 2, the last fight, it was Shinji that pushes Unit 1 all the way into causing the next, I think it's the 4th impact? Yeah, because there's the second impact, it's the 3rd impact. Yeah, it's the 3rd impact, I believe. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, because in the next movie they have to try and stop the 4th. Oh, well, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've watched the movies. And, that's the case where Shinji, took control and pretty much nearly destroyed the goddamn world because he had a goal. For once in his life, he had something he wanted, and that thing was Rei. He wanted Rei. And boy, did he beat the piss out of a godlike being just so he can get the girl that he loves back. That's the important thing about Shinji. Is, yes, he can be a whiny child, but like any normal teenager, he has goals and he has needs. And I am getting, gangbanged by Cybermen. Hello, Cybermen! Let us fight to the death! You can't hurt me. Everyone gather down there. Oh! Will this be
I call
overkill?
upon the trees and the water. The
I mean,
sun,
it's not going to do that
the moon
much
and the
damage
stars,
because my
the
key
plants
power is
and
not
the
that
animals.
high.
All living things, share your power.
I didn't kill that many of them. Oh, whoa! Dino! Dinos! Dinos, no! I don't even want to fight the Cybermen. Yeah. And... Oh, maybe power. I'm gonna power all the way up to 60%. 60, let's go! Boom! Boom! Dead! I need these Cybermen things. The only thing is, like, the bad part about having these Cybermen things is, like, I need more of them. I wonder if there's... It's like, I want to be able to plant them. Just, like, grow more and then go to, like, the hyperbolic time chamber. And then just spawn, like, 100 of them and just kill them all. Oh, that's funny. Just how I can go from, like, having, like, a very in-depth discussion about anime and just go from there and then just be like, oh, yeah, I like this and this. Oh, shit, I didn't do that, actually. Ow. Nappa, you're being kind of a dick. Ow. Nappa, you're being kind of a dick. That's the one thing about Nappa or about any of these guys that sucks is they spam their key moves. It's like there is no cooldown on there. They just I'm gonna nuke him. I also didn't mean to spawn him, so that was an accident. Makes me feel like I probably should have gone Kaioken. Why didn't I go Kaioken? Let me enable Kaioken. I'll go Kaioken because I can do that. Shit. Okay. Let's see. What is it? Is it DBC Revive? I spelled DBC. BBC. And BBC Revive. Yeah, I can revive now. I don't want to hang out here for 4 minutes just so I can go back. Okay. Let's try this again. After I get a bearing. I know the one thing I know is my base is straight as like a straight shot from Corrin's tower and the lookout. I just gotta wait for it to spawn in so I know where I'm going. Where is the mountain? There it is. I believe it's this way. I'm gonna get there, regain my stuff, and then ascend into Kaioken and beat the ever-living piss out of Nappa. And if I have to. I mean, I do plan on adding more training points to my character. Just not now. I don't plan on adding any more than I already did. Because I think I had 50,000. Yeah, I think it's 50,000 I added. I'm going to add another 50,000 down the road, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Oh, you survived because I whiffed. Bitch. I'm a saying, I'll eat any meat, no matter how raw it is. This sounds wrong. Okie dokie, my house is right over this way. The one good thing about this actually being very close to my house is I can get back very close, very fast from being obliterated by that bald-headed bastard named Nappa. And I'm getting into an hour again. I know I didn't want to do like, well, that's funny. I never wanted to do like hour-long videos of this. It just gets that way because I spend like especially recently I've spent a lot of time just shooting the shit. Like I avidly enjoy just talking. It's funny because I feel more inclined to talk when I'm not not at work or after I get off work, should I say. Excuse me, guys. You don't want to pick a fight with me because I can blow your asses up. After I find where I'll know where my home is once I see it. Back up. It's somewhere around here. Where the fuck is my home? And why the hell do I keep hitting F? Oh, almost. that red dot was me hitting the transformation to go Kaioken, and I was like, not yet. Definitely not yet. It's not needed yet. I mean, it's going to be needed because I'm going to need to transform so I can bop Nappa's bald-ass head around. I think it's over here. I know the location of it. It's like there's a gold zombie down there. Cool. Oh, there it is. I wonder if Veggie and Nappy are still down there. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they didn't despawn. Because I didn't expect them to spawn that fast. Because usually it gives me the option to spawn them back in. Where's my corpse? Give me my stuff back. Nappy, you didn't eat my food, did you? You bald-headed bastard. Oh, there it is. Thank God. You didn't eat my food, you bald-headed bastard. It's powered down. Okay. I need to scratch my eyeball for a second. Okay, good. Let me power up a second and then beat the zombie to death with a seed. Okay. Let me just... because I need to beat him, and I don't want to do it as a Super Saiyan. Not yet. And I guess, I mean, I'm looking at what bitch. Bitch. I just put it in my constitution so I get a little bit more. Okay, you know this ain't gonna end well for you. I'm just going to blow you up. Okay, you son of a bitch. You think this is funny? Oh, you got lucky. It hit the ground before it hit you. Oh, look. You took a measly little key blast. You guys must be made out of whatever Yamcha's made out of. You fucks. At least I died to a Saiyan. You guys died to a Saiyan who just shot a key blast at you. Not even a strong one. You suck. I mean, power up some more. And this time actually put my, power up, on. Alright, we're going to try this again. If he kills me this time around, I'll end the episode because we're not going to keep playing this game. Even though we will. Hi, Nappy. I'm just going to do this. Kaioken! Oh! Oh, I went Kaioken. Oh, God. I have to fly. Oh, God. I depowered down because I know you're coming after me, buddy. Ow. I will shoot my key blast at you. I like that it does actually. Oh! Let's try this attack. How'd you like that, Nappy? Alright, let's try this again. Time for Kaioken. I don't think I can block his attacks. I know I'm strained. I have a strain on my body. That's what Kaioken does to you. Puts a strain on you. I'm coming to kick your ass, buddy. Ow. Nappa, no! Alright, now we just gotta beat the short guy. You guys aren't helping. Anybody seen a short Saiyan? He's short, has an anger problem, wasn't in this area. Have you guys seen him? He has spiky hair. Anybody seen Veggie? Vegeta. Oh, Vegeta. Where are you, Vegeta? Guys, have you seen Vegeta? I think he got lost. Vegeta? I know you were over here, Vegeta. Where? Ow. Would you fuck stop it? I'm still in Kaioken when I have no key. Stop it! I'm on fire. I'm strained, too. But seriously, where did Vegeta go? He was down here. He was in this... He was up here. Did he go, like, off to smell the flowers or something? Because I remember him being over here. Vegeta? Hey, Miss Creeper, you haven't seen Vegeta, no? He's not over there. What did he... Where could... This is the weird thing. It's like, I know me and Nappa were having a pretty fun fight, but I don't... Where you couldn't have gone that far. Literally. Because you won't... He doesn't... Like, Vegeta doesn't start attacking you until you defeat Nappa. Once you defeat Nappa, then Vegeta will attack you. And I'm pretty sure I defeated Nappa, but Veggie has disappeared in the thin air. And he's not swimming with the squids. He's not hanging out with that pig. Speaking of which, wait, there's a tiny zombie over there. Made me feel a little better. So where the hell did you go? Did Vegeta go flying to the Nether? That'd be hilarious. Just spawn into the Nether and Vegeta has just destroyed it. Vegeta would. God damn it! I'm gonna have to go and respawn him. Probably have a fight with Nappa all over again, just so I can face, just so I can beat Vegeta. God damn it! I'm gonna wait until my string goes away. Disable Kaioken for now. God damn it, because I didn't see where he goes. He didn't go. He's not in the water because I'd see his spiky ass hair popping up. He's not over there. Motherfucker. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this again. But this time, they're not going to be fighting me in Kaioken. Instead, they get to fight me as a goddamn Super Saiyan Grade 3. Alright, assholes. We're gonna play this thing again. Let's go again. Now it's you and me. Sad thing is, I'm on health. Let me go this way. Fly in a straight line. Let me. I need to heal. Now we're on an even playing field. Hello. I was about to say, you should not have died to that in one shot. I mean, even though I'm a Super Saiyan, I'm not that strong as Super Saiyan. Huh. And he's down. Yeah, you low class warrior. Bitch, I'm a Super Saiyan. I ain't low class. I'm a fucking Super Saiyan. If anybody at this time is a low class warrior, it's you, Mr. Non-Super Saiyan. Sure, you will become one of the greatest Saiyan warriors alive, but at the moment, you're nothing but a low-class warrior compared to me, because I'm a fucking Super Saiyan. Motherfuckers. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna call it, because we all know what happens next. I go to Namek. Huh, a Java update's available. Neat. To protect. So, in the next episode, we will definitely be heading off to Namek. Not now, but we will be going to Namek. I'm just going to put that in there. So, all my friends who are watching, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and this is the most important one. Yes, subscribe is important to me, but also comment. Let me know what I can do differently, and what if there's any other sort of games that I should play that, either will catch my interest or will just be fun to play. I'm going to fly up to my tower. Because, I can only play this game for so long. I will run out of things to do. And when I do, it's going to be a sad day. Because then, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn Super Saiyan and just hang up here in a bulky ass form. So, my friends, I will see you guys in the next video. I've been the Evangelion Expert, or Walter, whichever one you prefer, and I will see you guys next time. Later, my friends.